So you can record all of this. Any random questions is fine. Record the journey even, but when we reconvene after the journey and when people share after that, should we pause the recording? Okay.
Sophia, John Paul, everybody help me remember
Yeah.
to do that, please, because as
Yeah.
we know, recording is not my strong point.
I'll remind you. That's fine. So, all right. So my name's John Paul Molina or JP. Either one's good. This is one of those times when so for me, I've been practicing presence in my coaching, and a lot of times I don't even tell people what I do, who I am, what I do, and I'm just relying on the presence to like carry through, and then I would tell them about myself at the very end. But I feel like since in a way, even though this is co-created, you guys are entrusting me to create a safe space for you. It's very important for you guys to know about me and my experience. So for me, I've experienced many different flavors of shamanic journeys. So I would say my biggest experience is a pagan fairy reclaiming tradition journey when I lived in California. So I took a whole course. We created rituals. Um, we did journeys. So it went from small 6-person journey to like even 80-person full-fledged like ritual with like role playing with a fire circle, with drums, calling in spirits, all that stuff. So and then when I also part of my background is also Hawaiian spirituality, and in that I learned I had learned to have a journey without elaborated setups. So there was no drums. It was basically a meditation, but I dropped in real quick. So and then that's what we'll do tonight. And then I had other journeys too. I haven't had ayahuasca yet, but I've had a Peruvian tobacco ceremony where we snorted tobacco on our nose to signify energies we're bringing in and then energies we're bringing out. But we're not going to do any of that. So tonight's will be a very, very, very light journey. So yeah, and then other than that, so I'm a believer in intuition, connecting the mind, body, spirit, and I really call it mind, heart, spirit. Spirit, heart, and earth, and which is part of the body. And tonight, I'm very, very, very excited to have you here. This is in itself is a challenge because I love doing this in person, but with we. I've set it up so we're all responsible for our safety. We're all responsible for self-care, while at the same time energetically connecting with you guys. So and okay, so first off, I want to get an idea of how many people have. So three things. I want everybody to raise their hands if they've never experienced a shamanic journey before. Now let me define a shamanic journey real quick. If you've had hypnosis, you've had past life regressions, if you've experienced some sort of meditative trance, right? That really is a shamanic journey, or something called shamanic journey, right? So if everybody can raise their hands that have not experienced shamanic journeys, I just want to. Okay, let's see. Okay, all right. Okay, and then how many people have experienced journey once? So few. And how many people have experienced many different flavors, or our practitioners have actually led journeys? How many people? Okay, so we have a good mix. So we have a good mix today. Okay, so that's good. So what we'll do, let me just share my screen real quick. Hold on. Okay, if you just give me a second, it's gonna take a while. I'm trying to learn how to share here. Share. Oh, basic. Okay. All right, can you guys see the screen share? Now let me present. Okay. All right. Okay. Can you guys see this? Did it load? Okay. So first things first, guys, is self-care. And, and I've already asked the experience of people doing journeys. So first thing we need to do is we need to take care of ourselves. So we need to ensure that basic physical needs are met, right? The room's comfortable, there's quiet, there's privacy, proper temperature, and privacy can be relative, right? I mean, if you guys are living with people, obviously get a good headphone or pay attention. That's fine. Comfort, you're sitting in a nice chair, bed, couch, floor, blankets. Um, let's see. Basic body needs, proper hydration, bathroom breaks, snacks, and food, especially for post journey, and then proper volume, right? So what if you're wearing a headphone, adjust your volume accordingly. Otherwise, if you're not wearing a headphone, what I'll do is I'll give you guys like 5 to 10 seconds to adjust your volume as we start the journey, because the journey will be myself and also a little bit of sound, right? So, and what I'll do is before we start our journey, we will have about 5 minutes of a break in order for you guys to like lay down, use the bathroom, get your snacks, drink some water, because I want you guys to be really comfortable during the journey. And what I'll do is in that 5 minutes, I will take your intentions for tonight and I will mix them in a little bit of a pot of intentions, and that will help co-create the actual journey itself, right? So practice self-care at all times, check in with yourself to see how deep you want to go. It's one of these things where in normally you want to keep going in your journey. So sometimes you might see things, sometimes you might feel the heat, sometimes you'll feel emotionally uncomfortable. Normally the prescription is you would stay all the way to the very end. um, but right now let's do half and half, right? Like I would challenge you guys to stay in the journey, because I've programmed it to be a light journey. I'm not going to say it's going to be light for everybody, but a program that's to be a relatively light journey, sort of give you a sample, and 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 just allow yourself to receive. That said, if you feel really uncomfortable, feel free to like wake up, step out of it, because again, I'm not there, right? So and we will reconvene afterwards, and I will give you guys my contact information in case you want to talk anything through afterwards. But it's one of those things where this is like I'm trusting you guys a little bit for self-care that normally I would be responsible for walking around and making sure you guys are okay. um, all right, let's see how to move forward. Okay, so what's happening tonight? So I've taken a survey of shamanic journey experiences. We all have different flavors of experiences, which is really cool. We'll create a pot of self-intentions. After this, we'll do a quick short grounding exercise and then share your intentions over chat or sharing quietly using reflection. So basically, um, the intention the intention can be anything, right? So this is we're all in this together, but we're all in this together separately also as individuals. So we all can have many different intentions for this journey. If you want any suggestions, look at year 2021. You want to see what you want to bring in for 2021, or you want to see what you want to let go of from 2020. That's one suggestion. Another suggestion is if you're facing something immediate in your life right now and you want to change, or you want the groups or the journey to support you, just pick that as an intention for yourself, right? And again, so there's three kinds of sharing. There's put it in the group chat publicly, or if you want to keep it private, or semi-private, you can message me the intention directly, or if you want to keep it really private and just share it energetically, then just keep it to yourself, ponder it, reflect, and it'll still be part of the pot. Okay. So okay, so two more things, we'll feed the mind. We'll talk a little bit about the shamanic journey is, and I want to share a little bit more about my observations, my experiences from being a practitioner. Right, I've co-created about, in the spiritual world, no one's counting. So let's just say about 50 journeys, right? 50 group journeys, probably more, but conservatively, I've experienced 50 different kinds of journeys. So I will definitely share from my experience, from my reflection, and but at the same time, I'll give you a little bit of a feed the mind what shamanic journey is. We'll talk about the practical components of journey, and then and then And then we'll start the journey in the second half, right? We'll take a 5-minute break, get you guys comfortable. We'll do a journey. We'll reconvene, have a discussion as a group or as small groups. We'll see. And then we might have another journey. We'll see, And if you guys ask, so JP, how long's the journey? Once you guys give me your intentions and once we start the journey, I would say it'll be between 5 to 15 minutes. Sometimes it actually takes at least half an hour, 40 minutes to really settle down, but not necessarily. And when I was doing the Hawaiian spirituality journey, I was in a trance right away, and then I was up within like 5 minutes. So again, everybody's journey is going to be different. For those that haven't experienced journey before, I will tell you that sometimes you might not experience anything, but that doesn't mean that there's no difference, right? It means that there's an impact, All right. So let's see. Um, you know, I'm curious. Before we start me talking, I'm really curious about what drew people in here. So let me unshare. Uh, all right. Some Rex did 6 journeys in Kansas City. So can we have about 5 minutes of sharing? I want to hear from you guys, like, what attracted you to like come in tonight? What are you curious about, or any share that you might have. But I really want to know, yeah, what excites you about it? What are you looking forward to? So anybody want to share that?
Well, I know Ethan said he was super excited when he came in. So, Ethan, are you available to say what it is that draws you to this?
Yeah, can you guys hear me okay?
We can.
Yes, very clear.
So I signed up to the class, to the workshop a little bit ago, and I was walking in the market like 5 minutes ago, and then it popped on my phone that there is Shamanic Journey. So I went back to my room, and now I'm doing it with you guys. So I'm really excited about that. I did experience Shamanic Journey during a Reiki session that I did a couple of years ago. And I also practice a bit by myself.
Good.
I took a class with Sandra Ingerman, and I was following her prompts and the drumming. And I actually couldn't believe that I would see anything, but as I was getting ready to leave, I saw some spirit guides and some spirit animals. So I'm really, really excited about today. And I'm really excited maybe to get some practices that I could utilize on a day-to-day basis, or some ways to tap a bit more easily into that process. So thank you for putting that together.
Good.
Yay, Ethan. Valerie.
Good. And my.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
No, go ahead. You can respond to him and in the chat.
Yeah. And my reflection, Ethan, you made a really good point about practicing. A lot of this is just practice. That's why I want to try to get in at least 2 journeys today, 2 short journeys, so we get some practice in. When in my background, so a lot of my background is like at least 10 years of like meditation / clairvoyant reading classes. And I went to a school in San Francisco. It's called Psychic Horizons, and San Jose something institute, psychic institute. And when I first started the meditation, there's none of this talking. We literally just went to meditation. I'm like, what's going on? I don't even know I know how to meditate, not really. And then when I graduated to like reading clairvoyantly, like doing clairvoyant readings, how you said you saw some images, same thing. We didn't have a prep, we didn't have a class. I literally just shadowed somebody and says, JP, what do you see? I'm like, whoa. So this is gonna be a little bit of like feeding the brain. So I do want to give you a little bit of instruction and guideline, but at the same time, experience is important. That's why for those that haven't experienced this, you may not see something, you may feel something, or you may feel something afterwards, or something that you've been thinking about might crystallize, and you might get clarity on it tomorrow, right? So again, no pressure. We're all excited about it. I'm excited, but at the same time, every journey results differently for each person. Go ahead, Ari.
Yeah, so Valerie said that she doesn't even really know what a shamanic journey is, but she feels like she's supposed to be here, and I hyped it up, so that's why she's here.
Awesome. Hey, Valerie. I was just texting my friend today. I've known her for 10 years, and I told her, the first this maybe first time you mentioned shamanic journey, I had no idea what that was, and you know, shamanic journey is just a fancy name for achieving meditation, and we'll get into it in a little bit. But shamanic journey is really just sort of like quieting the mind and really just reaching out to your subconscious, right? That's the basics of it. But if you want to get even more wider, it's a time for you to connect to your past lives, to connect to your ancestors, connect to spirit guides, connect to the universe. Again, it can really be very expansive depending on where you are in your spiritual practice, right? But a lot of it's quieting the mind, and there's nothing wrong with absolutely nothing wrong with the brain, but a lot of it's quieting the mind, which allows us to listen to a lot of messages that's already there once we quiet the mind. So that's essentially shamanic journey. Difference between shamanic journey and guided meditation, there's really no difference. Only shamanic journey has many different components, which we'll talk about. One of the many components to achieve trance is drumming, right? That's one of them. Sometimes it's calling in different energies. Sometimes it's there's like movement and a fire circle. There's a whole ritual around it. But the most common thing is my voice, your intention, or in my intention, safe space, and some sort of sound to help you relax more and achieve that relaxed state. All right.
All right. And then we have one more comment. Rex was saying that since March of 2020 and his job loss due to COVID, he pretty much numbed out and moved to Wisconsin, and everything is backwoods here, and that he wants to open up again.
Hey, Rex. Thanks for sharing that. I think shamanic journey. It's funny you mentioned that because one in the history of shamanic journeys, and there's not a lot. I don't think. I think so. I've had to do some research, right, for this presentation. I know how to practice it. I practice it, but I'm like, what's the history? And when I looked at the history, it's only like a little bit about like European shamanic journeys and the paganism practice in Europe. And then there's not, I mean, experienced like Peruvian shamanism. I've experienced Native American shamanism, and there's not, and like I said, Hawaii, and there's not a lot of that, at least in my brief research. But that being said, the reason why I want to mention that is it seems like the theme is shamanic journeys and shamanism were more or less normal when paganism was more accepted. And then, you know, it's one of the, religion and modernism, just just basically shamans. And we'll get into it a little bit, but shamans were like we're like leaders, we're like elders, right? If you're sick, if you have a problem, you go to a shaman, right? They're like part doctors, part psychologists at the same time. But around when things became more modern, when religion, Christianity became stronger, unfortunately, like you said, when you say everything's backwards here, I see that sort of like as not necessarily maybe eliminating, but restricting your spiritual side and your vision. So thanks for coming. Hopefully we can help you open it up today, or at least plant the seeds to opening it up. So, all right, should we get into it? Let's see what's a shamanic journey. Let me just do the awkward thing of sharing my screen again.
It isn't as smooth as it could be, isn't it?
No, and I've done this many times. Okay, so can you see it? Okay, so to paraphrase myself with myself, shamanic journeys just opens up a gateway for an individual to obtain different perceptions about themselves and the universe in a small moment of time. So I say small moment of time, but one thing you may or may not notice is a lot of times time bends when you're in a journey. And again, it's one of those things where we'll see how today goes, because we want to keep it practical, so it will be time limited, and at the same time, I want at least the first journey to start out as fairly light. We might have time for second journey, but so yeah. So So the gateway is open through a meditative shamanic trance, and how that trance achieved, it can be anything, right? So I think I've already mentioned that it's a guided meditation supplemented by rhythmic sound. If you want to get psychological about it, it'll allow your brain to get to that theta, well, what they call the theta state, right? So again, not too different than really deep for people that have a spiritual, especially the energy reading practice. It's not too different than like really grounding to your body deeply, not too different than achieving hypnosis. If you had past lives, or if you've had soul retrieval journeys, it's the same thing, right? So one thing we will not do right now is psychoactive drugs, right? Like I said, so even though that's a crucial part of it, and back then there's a lot less judgment on psychoactive drugs than, I mean, now it's getting better, but we're not gonna do that, right? And then one thing you could definitely do is you could call in other spirits. You could call in it doesn't have to be spirits. You could call in your deities. If you want to take a step back, if you don't have deity, you could think about somebody you'd really admire, somebody that's a leader, somebody that you look up to. And it could be your mom, dad, it could be your grandma, or it could be a stranger, right? It could be like George Foreman. And then you could call in his or her or their essence into your own journey, right? So and then the other things, you could bring an object, right? So, and then the object can symbolize something, right? Into your journey. So again, tonight we'll try to keep it simple, because again, there's a lot to this. I want you to have just a good experience, and then we'll go from there. All right. How do I move forward here? Okay. Uh, oops. Hold on one second. Back. Oops. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to learn this. All right. This is my awkwardly Zen moment. All right. Shamanic Journeys.
Perfectly imperfect. That's
Yeah,
the
thank
theme
you.
of 2021.
I know. So I'm trying to share, but this share button is not lighting up. Oh, it's loading. Okay. Just very slow right now. Sorry about that.
Right.
I'm very excited to get to the journey, but I feel like this setting it up is very important too. So I have my screen's just loading. How is it looking at yours?
We just see a
Okay.
blank screen.
Just see a blank screen.
Yeah, it says owned by anyone, which seems like the name of a song.
Yeah. Let me reshare.
All right.
Okay.
Hold on, it's still popping up, and now it just says loading. There we go. You're at the beginning of your presentation.
All right. I got it. Okay. Self-care. What's happening tonight? We talked about that. What's a shamanic journey? We talked about that. So a little bit of a shamanic journey. So again, I've talked about paganism, right? So especially in the Western world, in the European world, before religion. So they say it dates back 30,000 BC. There's been like shamanic practices back then as part of a pagan practice. And again, I don't really know how far back paganism goes, like in truth. And the reason why I say this is the more I look into spiritual history, the more I find that it's like science. We're only as good as what we have recorded, which I will speak later in the slide about the concept of truth, right? Because shamanic journeys allows you to sort of use your imagination really and bend what you feel is true, right? And that's how you grow. So we'll get to that a little bit. The second bullet point, so this is actually fairly recent. When I say fairly recent, I would say, I don't know, within about 20 years. And I wish I could find the source. I really wanted to, but this really stood out to me. So there was a time, and I think I heard this in NPR. There was a time when a boy, he was 16, 17 years old, and had a lot of had different like psychological difficulties, right? So he was diagnosed with like not just anxiety, but a couple like comorbid, anxiety, ADHD, but also a few like what they used to call, I don't know what they call it now, like comorbid symptoms to it, right? Just a lot of diagnosis basically. And they tried many different things, and they're like, man, this boy is just, forget it. We tried drugs, we tried therapy. This boy is just psychologically imbalanced, right? So somehow through fate, they 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 were desperate too. They found out about a little African tribe that. Um, so what happens is this little African tribe, when somebody has a mental imbalance, right? Whatever the political correct word for mental imbalance is, but when somebody has a mental imbalance, they're not crazy. They're not. They don't need to be cured. What's happening is their spirits coming into their bodies, and 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 they just want to be able to talk. So this small African, so that's this African tribe's um, um, thing, right? So what they do, so what they did is they took the boy in. They did their whole like dance. They did their music. They did a ritual, and so what happened was the boy came back literally like just bounced. So it was as if the boy had many different, as they say in the African tribe concept practice, is that this boy just had a lot of like different spirits going in his body, and they needed to say something, and then once they were able to talk, then they didn't need to be in the boy's body anymore, and the boy came back fine, balanced. It's actually pretty amazing, and I feel like that's also like an example of a shamanic journey. Uh, Other practices, drum circles, rain dances. Again, to me, like shamanic journey can be really big, deep, serious. It can be past lives, soul retrieval, um, address your subconscious, communicate with your dead relatives, past lives. But you know what? It's one of these things where I feel like shamanic journeys can also be light. Like if you've ever been in drum circle, you've danced and you've sort of achieved some sort of like trance. I feel like you've had shamanic journey, right? Rain dances. So when I say rain dance, a lot of it is the Native American, right? When they do a rain dance, they're talking to the gods, they're playing music, they're trying to get in that trance to like to call call in more rain. So next, what's exactly a shaman, right? So a shaman is a respected, multifaceted connector to the unseen worlds. That's just my definition there. A shaman is like it's like the village elder, it's like the village doctor, village psychologist, village mayor that people like looked up to, right? And yeah, and so shaman's also someone that has a different bag of healing medicine to the community, right? Obviously, running a shamanic journey is one of them. Sometimes it's energetic medicine. Sometimes a shaman had, literally a bag of medicines, right? But oftentimes, this medicine is being able to see the imbalances in people and being able to intuitively say, hey, spend more time in the water, spend more time in, at night walking barefoot and seeing the moon. So a lot of it's just helping restore balance, right? And then the last one is what shaman, someone that can hold space for themselves and others while healing's happening. And so I'll play that role tonight, right? I'll hold space. So that's one thing I'm really good at. Again, this is the first time I'm doing it over Zoom, so I really trust that you guys self care, right? And but at the same time, it's energy, right? So 99% of my coaching and energy healing is online. So I have a psychic that reads me, and I've never met her in person. So from an energetic standpoint, we're good. We'll communicate. It'll be well, right? But from a physical standpoint, I'm not there. I'm not gauging your temperature, so I trust that you'll take care of yourself. It's very important, right? And then lastly, I feel like we all have a shaman in ourselves. And we all like, so hopefully if I could just help unlock it a little bit in any way, that'll be great. Okay. So this is just a little bit of reading, what's a shamanic journey according to thegoodtherapy.org. Um, you know, I think I just mentioned, a client will develop a keener sense of awareness, emotions, feelings, and will learn how to accept what they see along its journey. Um, so a lot of it really, again, acceptance, right? So, and so I'm not gonna go too deep into this, but there's a practice out there. There's three different worlds of levels of consciousness, right? Upper and middle, lower worlds, right? And looking at different spiritual practices, that's not too different than like heart, earth, and spirit, or mind, body, soul, or in Hawaiian spirituality, it's the basic mind, the middle mind, the higher mind. I mean, not too different, right? So if we've talked about, let's see, let me just go. I think I've talked about what shamanic journeys like. All right, so this is the three worlds, right? So the lower world is often associated with animal guides, power animals, discussion trees, forest. So I think it was shared earlier about someone seeing animal guides or some sort of guides. So that's in the lower world. The middle world is just observation about physical world. Remote viewing, seeing projections, that's the middle world. So a lot of times if you'll in a crazy, I'll just say an example. Right now I'm in the living room, right? If I close my eyes and I see the kitchen, and I really do see it, then that's the middle world. And then the upper world is like connecting to the spirit, right? So a lot of times you can use the word spirit like that as God, like one spirit, or it could be like multiple spirits, like cosmic energy, many different spirits out there. So that's the three worlds. Like I said, I just want to mention it a little bit, but it's one of those things where during the journey, you'll probably experience a little bit of this, but and you might ask, which world is that coming from? And if it's fun, go, sure. But at the same time, you might not realize which world it's from. You might just see it, you might feel it, you might smell it, or you might just sense it, right? So again, it's your journey. All right, let me move the slide. All right, components of journey, I think I covered it a little bit, but let's just talk about it a little bit because this is going to happen tonight. Comfortable space, time, and community, or self. So physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually safe container. So ideally, check in with yourself. Ideally, no alcohol, no psychoactive drugs. I want you guys to come in tonight sober if possible. If not, please take care of yourselves. Guided meditation, guided by a shaman or yourself, right? So again, I'll play the role of that guided meditation. And what I'll do during that guided meditation is we will drop in and go in that meditation. And then based on our bucket of intentions, we'll run through a journey, and then I will raise you back up into your body, right? So, and then bullet point number 4, auditory aid, nature, sounds, rhythmic beats. Number 5, objects used for intention. Again, if you have an altar and you want that, grab something from your altar or a memory or any objects that'll help you in your journey to stay grounded or to keep your intention. Feel free to bring that, use that. I talked about psychedelic aids, tobacco, ayahuasca. Clear presence intentions is really just having a right intention, and then openness to like listening to your higher self, right? All right. I am getting excited about the journey, so I want to have 7:10 already. I want to have time for journey. Okay, so all right, a few more before we get into the journey. So actually, I want to get to this slide later, so I'm going to come back to that. That's the last slide. All right, so let me do this. Let me stop my share. Okay. All right. Cool. Nice. So let's do this, right? I want to hear everybody's. It's 7:10. I want to try to squeeze in at least 2 journeys today. Maybe we'll do 1 depending how long it is. So I want to know what your intentions are. So how about this? Let's do a quick grounding real quick, right? So everybody close their eyes or keep your eyes open depending how you like to meditate. It's your journey. So everybody close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale again. And in that inhalation, inhale everything around you, surrounding your intention. So you're getting your intention from your mind, body, spirit, and you're getting intention from the world. And when you exhale, imagine your tension melting away. And imagine when you exhale again, imagine your intention going to your body. So Okay. Now think about your intention. Think about your goals, right? Some people will say New Year's resolution, but I know other people don't like to use that word. But think about what you really want for yourself. If you can, if you have either the money, the time, the means, the freedom, the support to do anything or to achieve anything or to be anything at the end of this year, what what does that look like? What does that feel like? What does that sound like? Okay. Just let the image come to you. And then take another deep breath. And one more deep breath. All right. Now open your eyes slowly. And everybody, if you can, either share your intention on chat, or you could raise your hands, or share it with me, or just share it in your heart. What I'll do is I'll take all of that and I will create a journey, right? So, okay. So we have one to stay in peace even when things are not peaceful around me. That's a good one. Thanks, Ari. Let's see. Anyone else want to share their intention? Okay. Kandara wants to connect with the spiritual center. I'm loving this. Connect deeper to spirit and others. Great, great, cool. And good health. Okay, abundance. And I will talk a little bit. Please continue to share your intention, either directly or indirectly to me or with everybody. And what I'll do is, before a journey, I will take a look and take some time to look at that. Okay. All right. All right. Let's actually, before we prepare for the journey, does anybody have any quick questions on this journey? Is there any details that I missed that you want me to cover, or anything that I mentioned that you have a question on before going to this journey? Anybody?
Hey Pete, can I ask you a quick question? And
Yeah.
if they want to pop in.
Yeah.
So I know, in some of the research I've done, some people are very strict on what their shamanic journey is, and it sounds to me like you're much more broad, which is how I am too. But as far as your experience, this is coming from multiple different teachings that you've had in so many different cultures, right?
Yeah. And actually, thank you for mentioning that. So the reason why a lot of journeys, let's just say, are strict is because it's rituals, right? So there is something towards doing it the same exact way, calling in the same exact energy, setting the same intention. There is something to that, right? So obviously, in the physical world, it's practice, right? The more we practice how we set the space, the less I'm thinking about it, right? And in the spiritual world, right, in the energetic world, it's almost like providing a safe space for spirits, deities, energies to come in, because you've been doing it the same exact way the whole time, that they feel safe to come in. And from a body perspective, your nervous system feels comfortable, because again, as some of you know, our nervous system is here to make us survive, right? So to preserve the status quo. So anything weird, usually we're like, whoa, what's that? So the more from a human being perspective, doing it the same in a ritualistic way, the same way every single time, allows the nervous system to feel comfortable. And then from a spiritual perspective, it allows your channels to open up more to receive the messages from the spirits. And you can say, depending on your spiritual belief, you can say the spirits also feel safer to come in and leave, right? So
So would you say when we do the journey itself, if somebody doesn't feel something right away or has trouble connecting, would you suggest that they maybe run through it a few times?
Yeah, I would say that. So I'll tell you, right, when I first time I started seeing images, because for me, everybody's physical programming is different. For me, my programming is I'm a body empath. I can feel emotions, and before I even knew what that was, I thought, I think a lot of healers are empaths here of different kinds. So I'm not a seer. I don't see things. So when I was trained to do meditation, and when I was trained to do readings, I saw things, but I thought I was making it up. I'm like, this is BS. This is not. I'm not reading anybody. I'm just making this up. But that's very valid. So and to that note, it's actually, again, part of the shamanic journey is also tapping into our imagination, right? Remember when we were like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years old, we might have had a pretend friend, we played pretend. So in a weird way, it's like tapping back to that childlike imagination again, right? Which is the key to really opening up ourselves to receiving, is really just, yeah, um, bending the level of truth. And I'll cover the truth. I think I'll cover that after the journey. So, all right. So let's get ready for journey. Unless anybody has any questions, um, let me just do this journey prep.
While you're setting that up, you said we were going to give everyone just a couple minutes. So do you want to give everyone just a couple minutes now?
Yeah, let me do this real quick before I do give. I'm going to share the screen, and okay, okay. So this is the journey prep. So this is a little bit of checklist of journey. So yeah, everybody take a couple minutes to be really comfortable, right? Set up your room, be comfortable, use the bathroom. I'm gonna take a bathroom break real quick, and then proper volume, and then make sure if you have snacks or food, make sure a lot of times food helps you go back to your body, so it's really good for post journey, whether it's while we're meeting or maybe afterwards. So yeah, let's take a couple minutes. Let's take a 2 or 3 minute break. Okay.
Good
I'm
plan.
gonna use the bathroom too. Okay.
Okay. I think this is our first official bathroom break in the middle of a event. I know we have some teachers who would appreciate this if this was an ongoing thing.
I was wondering if anybody else has gotten shipped their Awkwardly Zen t-shirts yet. I've gotten one of them.
Yes, Facebook is full of pictures with shirts. So I think the white printing ones are coming out right now. So,
and I just got noticed that my mug was shipped today too.
Ooh, that's exciting.
Yeah, Mary, you can't see it, but I have on a sweatshirt right now. This is Trudy.
Great.
The purple one is really dark. It's much darker than it looked like online. So
yeah,
it's
really dark, and but like I told you, it's subtle because the black on the dark purple is really
low contrast, my husband would call it.
I really like it though. I wore it yesterday.
I might have had a moment of panic of, oh my gosh, people are going to hate this. So
no, I went to the dentist today, and 3 ladies there were like, "What is on your shirt? What is that? Tell me about that." So
it's a conversation starter. I like it.
So it caused that to happen. So that's good.
Oh, good.
Maybe the next time they do it, they can make the logo a different color.
Yeah, I'll set it up so that there's a white version as well next time.
Yeah.
I love these intentions. Oh my God. Okay.
Valerie's intention is purple. Always.
Okay.
No, I'm just.
Yeah, I like that.
Valerie talks about purple, and we were talking about the purple shirts from Awkwardly Zen's t-shirt run.
Oh, nice. When I do energy readings, the first thing we do is we assign a color to the energy so we can differentiate which energy is which in the body. So that's pretty cool. Good health. Financial abundance. Oh, there's one new message. Purple. Oh, I see that. Stronger relationship with guides and be able to make money in metaphysical means. So it's really connecting with abundant spiritual guides. Okay. So a lot. So I see peace, open-hearted, connecting with spirituality, connecting deeper to spirit, connecting deeper to the body, really, which is health. And then connecting to our guides, and yeah, communicating with guides. Okay, with
Thanks,
guides.
Rex. Rex just said we're a nice bunch of people.
Hey, connecting with soul. Jesus,
Thanks,
I love it. God, man. Okay, I don't know. Are we back? There's some people that was that 5 minutes, Ari? Sorry, I'm putting you on the
Well, you
spot.
said 2 or 3. I think we're probably okay.
Okay, all right. So everybody, close your eyes. Turn up. I'm speaking right now, and so let me speak in my guided meditation voice, so you can adjust the your speaker. You could adjust your volume. All right, and everybody, close your eyes. What I'll do is I'm gonna play a little bit of music. Once I learn how to share it again, share screen. Okay, advanced music share. Okay. All right, guys, just give me a second. Okay. I'll start by taking a very deep breath. Take another deep breath. And take a few deep breaths right now. And each time you inhale, feel yourself bringing your spirit into your body. And each time you exhale, feel your spirit just really grounding into your body. Now, imagine yourself walking onto a garden. And in this garden, there's abundance of plants, abundance of animals, abundance of greens, an abundance of fruits and vegetables. But really nobody else, just you. This is your garden. So go walk around the garden, taking the smells, taking how the air feels, and explore the garden. You've never seen this garden before. You've never seen such an abundant garden. And the garden has an abundance of soil. Now take a step back as you admire the abundance of fruits, vegetables, animals, insects, bees, raindrops. Take a step back and think about how you achieve the discovery of this garden. How did you get here? What brought you here? All of your mistakes in your life, all of your trials, tribulations, all of your accomplishments, all of your nothingness allowed you to get here. Isn't that amazing? So no matter how you walked in your life, you came in and you achieved abundance. Now, let's take a brief moment to explore this garden. In this garden, you see an insect, and you've never seen this insect before. The insect's a bit angry at you. Why is the insect angry? What does the insect want? Is it telling you something? Does it want to bite you? Are you afraid of being bitten by this insect, or do you feel that this insect carries medicine to heal your soul? Take the next 10-15 seconds to interact with this insect. Really get to know this insect in this 10 seconds. Now let's move forward. Thank the insect for giving you the message that you need to hear, and whatever way you felt the insect, it's exactly what you needed to hear right now. Let's walk forward in this garden. Look around you. Look up, look at the sky. And if you really just feel, you can almost sense that there's a spirit. You can if you look at the tree, look at the animals, even look at the sky. You look at the clouds. You can almost feel the spirit behind the clouds. You're looking at the tree, but you're not just seeing a tree, you're seeing the soul of the tree. Look down at your feet. You're walking on ground, but this is not you walking on ground anymore. This is earth supporting your feet, supporting your life, supporting your abundance, supporting your journey on this earth. Now, each and every one of you are having this journey, shamanic journey, separately, but same time, we're having it together. Each and every one of us have our own unique paths, and the animals, the plants, and the earth are here to support us in our journey as individuals and also together. So let's take a brief second, and I'm going to give you a choice. You can talk to the tree, you can look down and talk to the earth, or you can talk to the sky. But really get to know them and how happy they are to support you. Before you got to this garden, it's just the earth, sky, the tree, and the sun, the animals, existing, doing their own thing. But since you arrive in this garden, you have changed everything. By just being you, by just arriving, you've changed. You've changed the makeup of this garden. The animals are curious about you. the spirits of the trees cares about you. Even the rocks are looking at you right now. If you're looking around, there's rocks out there that's looking at you. They want to tell you something. So walk up to a tree, walk up to a rock, or feel the ground, and try to feel it in your hand. So if you want to go up to the tree, touch that tree with your hand. If you want to pick up a rock or touch a rock, walk up to the rock and touch it with your hand. If you want to hear the earth, walk on it barefoot. Take off your shoes and walk on it barefoot. And if you want to hear the skies, just look up to the sky and close your eyes and fly into the sky. And really feel how happy they are of you being here. And they have a gift for you. And by now you might not even be just talking to one of them. You might be talking to all of them. So they're giving you different gifts. And really just, they're sending you so much gifts. They're so happy that you don't have enough time to open the present. The gifts is coming from their hand, from their intention, from their mind, from their soul, straight to your heart. And just feel it. And perhaps you will unlock the gift later. Now check in with yourselves after receiving all these gifts from everybody around you, from the spirits around you. All this gift of happiness, this gift of abundance, and check in with your body to make sure that it's what you like right now. Again, you don't need to know what's in that box. You don't need to know exactly what their gifts are. Just the fact that can you trust them? Because they're here for you. They're not here for anybody else. They're just here for you, and they're just sending you that gift for you to absorb into your body, for you to put into your pocket, for you to put in your minds, and for you to open the gifts later in your life. Take the gifts and really embody the gift to yourself, because it's a truly unconditional gift. It's a gift where the only intention of the gift is for you to receive it and for you to transform the gift into however you want to transform it right now and going forward. Some gifts, let me take a look. Some gifts are here to heal trauma. Some gifts are here to allow you to melt tension and reconnect with your soul. I see that some gifts have a little bit of messages from your past lives. Some gifts, I'm looking at the gift right now, it has cords that allow you to connect to your ancestors or deceased loved ones. And then I see like what do you call that? A tonic drink, a green drink that allows you to just feel some coolness in your body, that allows you to just relax into your body and not feel too hot, not too cold, just perfect temperature. And then one of the gifts is a binocular that allows you to see in your future, but but it does not take you out of your present. It allows you to see into the future enough where you can start to walk to your future. And there's one more gift. This is for everybody. And there's a gift of manifestation. This gift of manifestation is very powerful. It's a multi-dimensional gift. You can feel it, you can eat it, you can plug it into your heart, you can put it into an altar, or you can put it drop it into your mind. But this gift of manifestation, it's solid, liquid, gas, visible, and invisible. It's really many things at once. And this gift of manifestation, take it in, and what it will do is it will multiply your intention, and it'll help you achieve clarity to manifest what you really desire for yourself without chasing it. There's a quote out there from The Alchemist. It's called, "The universe conspires to help you succeed, but the universe conspires to help you succeed once you achieve clarity in what you really, truly, deeply desire for yourself." So take this gift of manifestation as something that will, as the universe that will help you succeed. And all you need is a little bit more clarity towards your intention. And so go back to your intention, take a seat or stand or lay down in this garden. Take a look at all your different gifts that you've absorbed into your body, that you've placed down on the ground, or otherwise have done whatever you want to do with them. And then take your intention, and then take the gift of manifestation, and trust that these gifts will work together to help you break out of the old and make room for the new. So with that trust in place, take a seat, look around, and for a few moments reflect on how these gifts, how excited you are about these gifts working together with your intention and with you where you are right now. Give you 5 more seconds. Okay. All right, now it's time for us to say thank you to the gifts, say thank you to the spirits, thank you to the elements, earth, animals, wind, sun, whichever elements and gifts that you've spoken with, communicated with, touched, felt, understood. They're here for you, and they will always be here for you in this garden. But for now, let's come back and say thank you to them. They know you will be back, don't worry. And let's all together now, let's hold hands energetically. Look around, and you see everybody in this room that's doing the journey with you. Everybody, let's come together, hold hands, and together let's walk out of this garden and walk outside. Take a deep breath and start to come back, start to feel your body. Notice the difference in your body, notice the temperature, any tingling sensation you might feel. Notice your mind, notice your emotions. Again, come back to your breath, take a deep breath, and then start tapping different parts of your body. Tap your butt, tap your chest, tap your face a little bit, give yourself a little bit of, not slap, but say hi to your face, just tap your face, and start to slowly open your eyes to come back to earth. Just come back. Oh my God, I love the smiles in your face. All right. Drink some water, please. Oh, the music's still playing. Hold on. I'm gonna turn it down. Okay.
No,
Okay.
just so you know, we couldn't hear the music very much, or at least
No? Okay, sounds good. The music is actually really powerful on my thing, so it's good to know. Good feedback, thank you. So as long as you guys can hear me, right?
We can hear you.
Okay, so let's come back. Yeah, eat something, thank you. Drink some water. I'm so happy I could see most of you guys, so because I like to check in to see how everybody's feeling. Good, I like the smiles. Valerie's always smiling in her picture right now. Okay. So how many people do we have? I think we just fit in one screen, right? So because I'm just trying to see if we should break into small groups or have a group share. So I think we could do just a little bit of a group share, and we'll see how it goes. And then if we feel like sharing some more and go into a small group real quick, we could do that. So.
You want me to pause the recording?
Yeah. I'll say pause the recording.
Okay.
Thank you. It can do is it can send you to what we call the growth period. So growth period is when you're changing your vibration, always for the better, always the change you need to make. But what happens is when you take a step forward to what you really need to do, right? What your soul wants you to do to move forward, like when you take a step forward to your life. So imagine if you're taking a step forward in a pond, right? Each and every step, the pond ripples. So a lot of times when you do the spiritual, metaphysical, or even just not regular, when you grow a lot, it can send you to a growth period. And what happens is people around you will react differently because they're so depending on you to be the same. So just be aware of that, right? And sometimes it's not people around you. Sometimes it's your gut, it's your emotion. I'm like, man, this feels right, but it's uncomfortable, right? So just listen to your intuition that it feels right. A lot of times, the world, the universe will revolve. Again, the universe conspires to help you to succeed, even if it's uncomfortable. So personally, I've been in jobs where when I did corporate, I've been in corporate jobs that I hated. I'm like, oh, but I'm making money though. Well, guess what happens? I got fired, right? Because I didn't like it. I wasn't supposed to be there. So a lot of times when, for us in our growth period, when we're not strong enough, but we may not have the current courage to leave, many times we will manifest being kicked out so we can move forward, right? So I just want to mention that. And lastly, the concept of truth is, I'm going to stop the sharing because we have 2 minutes, but the concept of truth, a lot of times we operate in duality, true or false, or dichotomy, right? A or B. Many times when we practice a shamanic journey, and also as we integrate the lessons for a shamanic journey into our lives, one thing you'll discover is the truth will start to bend. So many things can be true at the same time, and many things can be false at the same time. So just keep an open mind, right? That's all I ask. So
Awesome.
that's about it.
JP, if they want to get a copy of that presentation or share it with you, could they email you for that?
Yeah, I'll put my email, jp@empoweryoursoul.org, right?
I'll have you put that in the chat. And if you want to save the chat, you can hover over the 3 little dots in the corner there, and that will help you save that chat there. And then he send you.
Okay.
Oh, he's learned something new.
Yeah.
And that way you guys can have that there. Let me just tell you a few things that are coming up. We've got a big weekend ahead. We have a deep dive on Saturday, which is process art and using art to express yourself, to find yourself. Our friend Stephanie is coming to teach that. She's in the Kansas City area. Super excited for that one. I won't be there, so I'm hoping to see the recording. We also have an arty party. We have our art social hour that we do every once in a while, and that is on Sunday. So whether you're artistic or not, if you just want to process with some of that art the next day, you can do that. Our own Valerie here is going to come in and teach a pendulum class next Thursday. And we have our Zen Zooms. So for those of you who are new, our Zen Zooms are just an open conversation to talk about whatever's going on spiritually. We have 4 of those a week. So check that out on the meetup page. And yeah, and then John Paul just put up in the thing some aftercare. Let him know. If any of you do get rattled, I strongly suggest you reach out to him because
reach out to me. Yeah, I won't sell anything to you. It's free. It's part of this. I do want to make sure you guys land as safely as possible. So please let me know. Sorry, go ahead, Ari.
Thank you so much. No, absolutely. And that's jp@empoweryoursoul.org. jp@empoweryoursoul.org for those on the video who can't see it. And also you all just take a minute tonight to give yourself some love and some grace, to ask your guides and angels to help you process whatever it is that you went through tonight. And if that's what you believe in, and if not, You do you. And JP, I'm so grateful that you came tonight. It was super fun to run through that with you. I'm very much looking forward to all the different things that pop up from this. So if you have any questions or want to find me, you can find me on Meetup. I'm the one who set it all up. So if you're on Awkwardly Zen, you can message me there, or it's Ari@awkwardlyzen.com. So love to you all. Thank you so much. Have a fabulous evening, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you all. Thank you, Ari.